If an insurance company has already called you after your Mississippi car accident, this is for you. Because here's what most people don't realize until it's too late. Your settlement isn't decided on the first day of the crash. It's decided by the first few moves you make after the crash. What you say, what you do, what you wait on, what you forget to document. And if you make the wrong move, you can accidentally discount your own case by thousands of dollars. Not because you weren't hurt, but because the insurance company now has a story they can sell about why they shouldn't pay you. Hi, I'm Mama Justice, and today I'm breaking down 5 secrets that can help you double your car accident injury settlement in Mississippi. And listen closely, because secret number 3 is where good people get trapped, and they think they're being cooperative, and that one call can cost them more than any medical bill. Secret number 1. Get medical treatment immediately, even if you feel fine. I know what you're thinking. You're standing on the side of the road, adrenaline is pumping, you're shaken up, but you're walking, you're talking, and you tell yourself, I'm fine, I'll go home, I'll just sleep it off. That's one of the most expensive sentences you can say after a car crash. Here's why. Insurance companies love gaps. A gap in treatment gives them room to argue you weren't really hurt, or you got hurt somewhere else, or maybe that you're just exaggerating. And the truth is, a lot of injuries don't show up right away. Whiplash can take a day or two. Soft tissue injuries can creep in slowly. Concussions can show up as headaches, nausea, brain fog, mood changes. Back injuries can feel like soreness until you wake up and can't move. I had a client here in Mississippi who got rear-ended at a red light in Jackson. She felt rattled, but not really injured, so she went home. The next morning, she could barely turn her head. She didn't go to the doctor until 3 days later, and even though we still built her case, the insurance company immediately tries to use that delay like a weapon. They didn't say it out loud like a villain. They said it politely. Well, if she was truly injured, why didn't she go to the hospital the same day? That is what we're up against. So here's what I want you to do. After any accident, get checked out as soon as you can. ER, urgent care, your primary care doctor, whichever makes more sense in your situation. The goal is simple. It's just to get it documented. Then follow through. If the doctor says, come back in a week, go back to the doctor. If they recommend physical therapy, then go. If they order imaging, get it done. If you're still hurting, keep reporting it, because your medical records are the foundation of your claim. No records means no proof, and no proof means the adjuster gets to decide what happened instead of your doctor. Now, once you've protected the medical side, there's another thing that disappears fast. It's called evidence. Secret number 2, capture every detail with photos and video, because the scene won't wait. People underestimate how fast a crash scene evaporates. Cars get towed, skid marks wash away, debris gets swept up, bruises fade, seatbelt marks disappear, the weather changes, the intersection looks totally different 2 hours later. And if it's not captured, the insurance company can pretend it never existed. Right there, if you're able to, use your phone and document everything. Get wide shots of the scene. Get close-ups of the damage. Get every angle of every vehicle. Get the injuries that you can see. Get the road conditions, the signs, the traffic lights, the lane markers. Get the license plates. Get the other driver's insurance card and driver's license. And yes, take a video too. A slow walk around with a video can capture details that a photo might miss. If you're too hurt or too shaken up to do it, ask a friend or a bystander. Most people will help you if you ask them calmly. Now, here's the part that people don't expect. Sometimes the most valuable evidence isn't the big dramatic thing. It's the small detail that the report leaves out. I had a case where a client had a short video from the scene, and in that video, the other driver apologized and basically admitted fault. That single clip changed the entire tone of the negotiation because it locked in the story before the insurance company could rewrite it. And that's what they do. They rewrite the story. Which brings me to secret number 3. Secret number 3. Do not talk to the insurance adjuster alone. This is the trap. The adjuster calls and sounds friendly. They ask you how you're doing. They tell you they just need to get your side of the story. They say it's routine. They say it'll help move things along faster. Here's what they don't say. They're trained to get you to say things that shrink your settlement. They ask questions that feel harmless, but they're designed to create doubt. When did you first feel pain? Were you looking anywhere else? Are you sure you had the green light? How fast do you think you were going? Do you think you could have avoided it? Are you feeling better today? And let's talk about that last one, because it gets people all the time. If you say, I'm okay, they'll write that down. Claimant states that they're okay. If you say, I'm just sore, they'll write that down too. Minor soreness. If you say, I'm fine, it's probably nothing. They will treat your injuries like they're worth nothing. Not because that's fair, because you gave them those words. And then there's the recorded statement. They will say, we just need a quick recorded statement for our file. Listen to me carefully. You do not want to do that without guidance. A recorded statement is not for your benefit. It's a tool. It locks you into details while you're still stressed and medicated and still trying to figure out what happened yourself. Even an honest person can mix up the order of events after a crash. Even a careful person can say something that sounds innocent but gets twisted. So, what do you say instead? Here's your sentence. Memorize it. I'm still getting medical treatment and I'm not ready to discuss details. If you need something, you can send it in writing and my attorney will follow up. That's it. Polite, firm, no extra information, no storytelling, no explaining. I've seen cases where one small comment created an uphill battle for months. A client in Hattiesburg told the adjuster it wasn't that bad at first, but it got worse later. And the adjuster jumped on it like it was proof the injury was not from the crash. We still fought, and we got results, but we had to do more work because one sentence gave them room to argue. So don't give them any room. Now, let's say you do the first 3 secrets right. You get medical care, you document the scene, and you keep your mouth protected. There's still one more way people lose big money. They settle too fast. Secret number 4. Don't settle quickly. Know what your claim is actually worth. Insurance companies love speed, not because they're efficient, because you're vulnerable when you're rushed. Right after a wreck, you're worried about your car. You're worried about missing work. You're worried about all the bills coming in the door. You're worried about your kids getting to school. You're worried about whether this pain is ever going to go away. And then the check offer shows up and it feels like relief. But here's the problem. In Mississippi, once you sign a settlement release, your case is over, done, finished. Even if it gets worse later, even if new treatment becomes necessary, even if surgery gets recommended. I once saw a situation where someone thought their back pain would just go away. They took a quick offer and then needed major treatment months later. And when they called back, it didn't matter. The paperwork was already signed. So what should you be thinking about instead? You should be thinking about the full value of your damages, not just what's happening today. Medical bills, including future care if you're not fully healed, lost wages if you missed work, pain and suffering, meaning how this injury affected your daily life, scarring or permanent limitations, emotional distress, including anxiety about driving or sleep issues that can come after trauma. And here's the truth. If you usually don't know the true value until you have a clearer picture of recovery. That's why fast settlements are dangerous. They pay you for the beginning of your story and not the ending. Now, yes, Mississippi gives you time. The statute of limitations for many car accidents claims is generally up to 3 years. That does not mean you should wait around. It means you should not let an insurance company rush you into a decision when you're still in pain and still collecting information. They want you to settle before you know what you're signing away, which is why secret number 5 matters so much. Secret number 5, hire a local Mississippi injury attorney who fights and wins. I know, of course the lawyer says hire a lawyer, but let me explain it in a way that actually matters to you. Insurance companies treat unrepresented people differently, not because they hate you, but because they know you're less likely to know what your case is worth, less likely to gather the right proof, and more likely to accept a lowball offer when pressure hits. An experienced Mississippi injury attorney changes the entire dynamic. Now the adjuster can't play the same games. Now your file is organized and complete. Now the demand is backed up by evidence, treatment records, documentation, and clear damages. Now the insurance company knows there's someone on the other side who negotiates every single day, not just once in their lifetime. And local matters, because Mississippi cases don't all feel the same across the state. A case on the coast can play out differently than a case in the Delta. Local attorneys understand local courts, local insurance patterns, and what values tend to look like in real life, not in a fantasy spreadsheet. I've seen cases where someone was offered $8,000 and told, "That's the best we can do." Then they hired local counsel. We gathered the right records. We lined up the right documentation. We pushed back the right way. And that same case resolved for $127,000. That's not magic. That's just leverage. And here's what I want you to hear if you're worried about the cost. Most Mississippi personal injury lawyers work on a contingency fee. That means you don't pay up front. The lawyer gets paid only if the case is resolved, so you can protect your rights without adding another bill to your stack. If you want to maximize your car accident settlement, and you do not need to be loud, you do not need to argue with the adjuster, you do not need to threaten anyone, you just need to be strategic. Get medical care immediately. Document everything like the scene is disappearing, because it is. Stop giving the insurance company words they can use against you. And don't settle before you know the real value of your case. Most important, get a Mississippi injury attorney involved early on so you don't get outplayed. If you were just in a wreck and you're overwhelmed, here are 3 simple actions you can take today. Action 1, get evaluated by a medical provider. Action 2, start a folder and put every document, photo, receipt, and note in it. Action 3, stop talking to the other driver's insurance company until you get guidance. If you want help, reach out to me. My job is to protect you from getting pressured, lowballed, and rushed into a decision you'll regret. And if you want the next thing you should watch, I'm going to cover the biggest mistake that people make with property damage and rental cars, and how that mistake quietly drains your money out of your pocket, even if your injury claim is strong. Don't forget to like and share this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you on the next video.